Hello and welcome to the Fluent Journey podcast. My name is Jasmine and I am your host today. I am so happy you are here with me. If you are listening to this podcast, that means you want to improve your English. And that is amazing. You are taking the first step toward becoming better at English, and I am here to help you. This podcast is for beginners, for people who are just starting to learn English or who want to improve their basic skills. Maybe you know some English words. Maybe you can say some simple sentences. Or maybe you find English difficult and you don't know how to learn it easily. If that sounds like you, then you are in the right place. Today, we are going to talk about something very important: how to learn English easily and quickly. That's right. Learning English does not have to be hard. It does not have to be boring. You do not need to study grammar books all day. You do not need to memorize thousands of difficult words. There are easy ways to learn English, and I will share them with you today. So, take a deep breath. Relax. You do not need to stress about learning English. Learning a new language is like learning a new skill. It takes time, but if you do it the right way, it can be fun and easy. Now, before we begin, I want to say something very important. Don't worry if your English is not perfect. Maybe you think, oh, my English is so bad. I make too many mistakes. Maybe you feel shy when you speak English. Maybe you are afraid that people will laugh at you. But let me tell you something, mistakes are good. That's right. Making mistakes means that you are learning. When babies learn to walk, they fall many times. But do they stop trying? No. They keep trying until they can walk. The same thing happens when you learn English. You will make mistakes, and that is okay. The most important thing is to keep going. In this podcast, I will speak slowly and clearly so that you can understand me. If you do not understand a word, that is okay. Just listen and try to understand the main idea. You can listen to this podcast many times if you need to. Also, I encourage you to repeat after me when I say important words or sentences. This will help you improve your pronunciation and become more comfortable speaking English. All right, are you ready? Let's start our journey to learning English easily and quickly. Welcome back to the Fluent Journey podcast. Now that we are ready to start, let's talk about an important question. Why should you learn English? This is a very important question. Some people think, do I really need to learn English? Others say, I already know a few words. Is it enough? Well, today I am going to tell you why English is so important and how it can change your life. Let's start with the first reason. First, English is a global language. Did you know that English is spoken in more than 70 countries around the world? It is one of the most widely spoken languages. Millions of people use English every day. Some people speak English as their first language, like people in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand. But many other people learn English as their second language. English is the international language of communication. If you travel to another country and do not speak the local language, what language will you use? English. Imagine you are at an airport in a foreign country. You need help. Maybe you want to ask, where is the restroom? Or, how do I get to the train station? Most of the time, airport staff and hotel workers can speak English. If you know English, you will never feel lost. Even if you travel to a country where English is not the main language, many people still understand some English. If you go to Japan, China, Brazil, or Turkey, you will see that many signs, menus, and travel information are in English. So, if you learn English, you will feel more confident when traveling. Second, English helps you communicate with people worldwide. Think about this. There are more than 1.5 billion people in the world who speak English. That means, if you learn English, you can talk to many, many people. Maybe you want to make friends from different countries. Maybe you want to chat with people on the internet. Maybe you want to send emails or messages to people in another country. English helps you connect with the world. Let me tell you a story. My friend Anna lives in Spain. She wanted to make friends from different countries, so she started learning English. She joined an online English group and met people from France, Brazil, India, and Korea. Now she has many international friends, and they all communicate in English. So if you learn English, you can talk to people from different cultures, learn about their traditions, and share your own experiences. Third, English opens opportunities for jobs and education. Now let's talk about work and education. If you know English, you can get better job opportunities. Many companies prefer employees who can speak English. Big international companies like Google, Microsoft, Apple, and Amazon all use English as their main language. If you want to work in an international company, learning English will help you. Even if you want to work in your own country, English can still help you. Many businesses work with foreign clients. If you can speak English, you can help your company communicate with people from other countries. This can help you get a promotion or a higher salary. And what about education? Well, many of the world's best universities use English. If you want to study abroad in the United States, Canada, or the UK, you need English. Even if you study in your own country, many textbooks and online courses are in English. If you can read and understand English, you can learn new skills and improve your knowledge. So, learning English can give you more job and education opportunities. It can help you have a better future. Fourth, fun benefits. Enjoy movies, music, and books in English. Let's talk about something fun. Do you like watching movies? Do you enjoy listening to music? Do you love reading books? If you know English, you can enjoy all these things in their original language. Many of the best movies and TV shows are in English. Think about Hollywood movies. If you learn English, you don't need subtitles anymore. You can watch movies and understand them. This will make your learning more exciting. Music is also a great reason to learn English. Many of the world's most famous songs are in English. Have you ever listened to songs by Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift, or the Beatles? If you understand English, you can enjoy the lyrics and sing along. And don't forget about books. There are many great books written in English. If you can read English, you can enjoy Harry Potter, Sherlock Holmes, and The Lord of the Rings in their original language. So, learning English is not just about studying. It can also be fun. Fifth, personal growth. Learning English improves brain power. Finally, let's talk about something very interesting. Did you know that learning a new language can make you smarter? Yes. When you learn English, your brain becomes stronger. Learning a new language improves your memory, problem-solving skills, and creativity. People who speak more than one language can think faster and solve problems better. Studies show that bilingual people who speak two languages, have a sharper mind and a better memory. Learning English can also help you become more confident. When you speak a new language, you feel proud of yourself. You feel happy because you are learning something new. So, learning English is not just good for communication, it is also good for your mind and confidence. Conclusion: why learning English is a great decision. Now let's quickly review what we learned in this part. English is a global language, used in travel, study, and work. English helps you communicate with people worldwide. English opens job and education opportunities. Learning English allows you to enjoy movies, music, and books. Learning English improves your brain power and confidence. So, as you can see, learning English is one of the best decisions you can make. It can change your life in many ways. If you ever feel tired or think, learning English is too difficult, just remember why you started. Remember all the great things English can bring into your life. And don't worry, you are not alone. I am here to help you, and the Fluent Journey podcast will guide you step by step. So, are you ready to continue learning? Let's move on to the next part of our podcast, where I will tell you how to learn English easily and quickly. When you start learning English, it is important to begin with simple words and sentences. If you try to learn difficult grammar or long sentences in the beginning, you might feel confused. So, take it step by step. Imagine a child learning to speak. A baby does not start with long sentences. First, they learn simple words like mama, papa, yes, and no. Then, they slowly start making short sentences. This is the natural way to learn a language. The same rule applies to learning English. You do not need to know all the grammar rules on day one. Instead, start small and build up. Learning basic words. The first step is to learn some basic words that you can use every day. These words are simple and help in daily conversation. For example, if you meet someone, you can say, hello, hi, goodbye. If you want to be polite, you can say, please, thank you, excuse me. These words may look small, but they are very powerful. You can use them anytime and anywhere. Even if you don't know a lot of English, these words will help you communicate with people. Using simple sentences. After learning basic words, the next step is to make simple sentences. If someone asks your name, you can say, my name is Alex. If you want to talk about where you are from, you can say, I am from India. If you want to talk about what you like, you can say, I like music. These are small and easy sentences, but they help you start speaking English. Speaking every day. Some people understand English but feel shy to speak. They are afraid of making mistakes. But remember, making mistakes is part of learning. Imagine a small child learning to walk. When they take their first steps, they fall many times. But they do not stop. They keep trying until they can walk easily. The same happens with learning English. At first, you may make mistakes, but that is okay. The important thing is to keep speaking every day. No need to worry about grammar. Many beginners think, I must learn grammar before I start speaking. But this is not true. Think about how you learned your first language. Did you study grammar first? No. You listened to people, repeated words, and slowly started speaking. Grammar is important, but in the beginning, you do not need to focus too much on it. Just listen to simple sentences and repeat them. Over time, you will naturally understand grammar without stress. Final thoughts. So, to start learning English easily, follow these simple steps. Learn basic words like hello, thank you, and yes. Use simple sentences like my name is and I like. Speak every day and don't be afraid of mistakes. Don't worry about difficult grammar in the beginning. If you follow these steps, your English will improve quickly and easily. Now, let's move to the next part. How to learn English with listening and reading. Now, let's talk about something very important. Listening practice. Many people ask, how can I learn English faster? The answer is simple. Listen, listen, and listen more. Think about how babies learn a language. Before they start speaking, they listen to their parents and family members for a long time. They hear the words, the sounds, and the rhythm of the language. Then, slowly, they start repeating what they hear. This is the natural way to learn a language. The same thing happens when you learn English. If you listen to English every day, you will understand it better, pronounce words correctly, and learn faster. 1. Why is listening important? Listening helps in many ways. Check mark improves pronunciation. When you listen to native speakers, you learn how words should sound. Increases understanding. You get used to how English sounds in real life. Helps with speaking. The more you hear English, the easier it is to speak naturally. Builds vocabulary. You learn new words and phrases without memorizing them. So if you want to speak English well, first you need to listen well. 2. What should you listen to? Many learners don't know what to listen to. They think they need to listen to difficult news reports or complicated audiobooks, but that is not true. In the beginning, you should listen to easy and interesting content. Here are some great things to listen to. English podcasts, like this one. Podcasts are a great way to learn English because you can listen anytime, while walking, cooking, or relaxing. In this podcast, we speak slowly and clearly so that you can understand everything. If you listen to English podcasts every day, your ears will get used to the language and you will learn naturally. English songs, slow songs with easy words. Music is a fun way to learn English. Start with slow songs that have easy words. Some good songs for beginners are Imagine, John Lennon Hello, Adele Someone Like You, Adele Love Me Do, The Beatles. Listen to the song, read the lyrics, and try to sing along. This will help you learn pronunciation and new words. English movies with subtitles. Watching movies is a great way to improve listening skills, but in the beginning, use subtitles in English. This way, you can read and listen at the same time. Good movies for beginners. Finding Nemo Toy Story. The Lion King. Start with animated movies because they have clear and simple English. YouTube videos for beginners. YouTube has many videos for English learners. Some channels speak slowly and clearly, just like this podcast. You can search for English listening practice for beginners, slow English conversations, learn English with short stories. Watching and listening to these videos will help you improve faster. 3 listening exercise. A short dialogue. Now, let's do a simple listening exercise. I will say a short conversation. Listen carefully and try to repeat after me. Dialogue. Jasmine. Hello, how are you? Tom. I'm good, thank you. How about you? Jasmine. I'm fine. What are you doing today? Tom. I'm going to the park. Jasmine. That sounds nice. Enjoy your day. Tom. Thank you. You too. Did you understand the conversation? It was short and simple, but these are real English sentences that people use every day. Now, I will say it one more time. Try to repeat each sentence after me. Repeat dialogue slowly with pauses. This type of practice helps you speak better and understand English faster. Final thoughts. Listening is one of the best ways to learn English. The more you listen, the easier it becomes. So remember, 1. Listen to English every day. Even if you don't understand everything, just listen. 2. Use subtitles when watching movies or YouTube videos. 3. Sing along with English songs to improve pronunciation. Repeat simple dialogues to practice speaking. If you do this every day, your English will improve quickly. Now, let's move on to the next part. Reading. How it helps you learn faster. Many people say, I understand English, but I can't speak. They feel shy, nervous, or afraid of making mistakes. But let me tell you something very important. The only way to improve your speaking is to speak. If you wait until your English is perfect, you will never start speaking. No one speaks perfectly in the beginning, and that is okay. Think about children. When they start talking, they make many mistakes, but they keep going. That is how they learn. So today, I will tell you how to practice speaking English every day and how to fix common mistakes. 1. Speaking is important. Don't be shy. Many learners feel shy about speaking English. They think, what if I say something wrong? Or, what if people laugh at me? But guess what? No one cares about small mistakes. Native speakers do not expect you to speak perfectly. They just want to understand you. If you keep practicing, your English will improve naturally. Speaking every day will help you. Improve your confidence. Speak fluently without thinking too much. Learn correct pronunciation. Become comfortable speaking in real situations. So don't be afraid. Start speaking today. 2 ways to practice. Speaking every day, you might ask, how can I practice speaking if I don't live in an English-speaking country? Don't worry. There are many ways to practice speaking English, even if you are alone. Talk to yourself in English. One of the easiest ways to practice speaking is talking to yourself. Yes, talk to yourself in English. It might feel strange at first, but it really helps. Try these activities. Describe your day. Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I had coffee and toast for breakfast. Look around and talk. This is my bed. It is soft. The walls are white. Practice common phrases. Excuse me. Where is the bus stop? Speaking out loud helps you think in English and train your tongue to make English sounds. Find a language partner. A great way to improve speaking is to find a speaking partner. This can be a friend, a family member, or someone online. Where can you find a speaking partner? Join English learning groups on Facebook or WhatsApp. Use language exchange apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. Join online English communities like Discord or Reddit. Even if your partner is not a native speaker, practicing together helps both of you. Join online English groups. There are many online communities where people practice English together. You can join English-speaking Zoom meetings, live Q&A sessions on YouTube, or Instagram Facebook groups for English learners. In these groups, people ask questions, share ideas, and speak English every day. Use English when ordering food or shopping. If you live in a country where people don't speak English, you can still find ways to practice. For example, when you order food at a restaurant, try saying, "Can I have a coffee, please?" "I would like a burger with fries." If you go shopping, try asking, "How much is this? Do you have this in a different size?" Small conversations like this help build confidence and make speaking feel natural. 3 common speaking mistakes and how to fix them. When learning a new language, everyone makes mistakes. But the good news is, you can fix them. Here are some common speaking mistakes and how to correct them. Mistake 1. Using the wrong verb tense. Wrong. Yesterday, I go to the market. Correct. Yesterday, I went to the market. How to fix it? Listen to English stories and notice how past, present, and future tenses are used. Mistake 2. Translating from your native language wrong. I have 30 years. Direct translation from some languages. Correct. I am 30 years old. How to fix it? Think in English instead of translating word by word. Mistake 3. Speaking too fast or too slow. Some learners try to speak too fast to sound fluent, but this makes mistakes more likely. Others speak too slow because they are afraid of mistakes. How to fix it? Speak at a natural speed. If you are unsure, pause and think before speaking. Mistake 4. Not opening your mouth. Enough English has many sounds that might not exist in your native language. If you don't move your mouth properly, your pronunciation may sound unclear. How to fix it? Watch yourself in the mirror while speaking. Exaggerate your mouth movements to improve pronunciation. Mistake 5. Using he and she incorrectly. Many learners mix up he and she. Wrong. My sister is a teacher. He works in a school. Correct. My sister is a teacher. She works in a school. How to fix it? Practice simple sentences with he and she every day. Final thoughts. Speaking English every day is the best way to improve quickly. Remember, check mark. Don't be shy. Start speaking now. Talk to yourself in English every day. Find a speaking partner or join an online group. Use English in real-life situations, like ordering food. Fix common speaking mistakes with practice. If you do this, you will become a confident English speaker in no time. Now, let's move on to the next part. How reading can help you learn English faster. Let's move on to something very helpful for learning English. Reading books. Reading is not just about seeing words on a page. It's about understanding, learning new vocabulary, and improving your speaking. If you want to speak English fluently and understand it better, reading is one of the best things you can do. And guess what? You don't have to read difficult books. Start with simple, easy books for beginners, and you will improve faster than you think. 1. Why is reading important? Reading in English is like exercise for your brain. The more you read, the more you learn, and the better you get. Here are some reasons why reading is so important. Check mark improves vocabulary. Every time you read a new book, you discover new words. When you understand those words, You can use them in speaking and writing. Helps with sentence structure. Reading books shows you how sentences are formed and how grammar works in real life. Improves listening and speaking. When you read a book, you see how sentences are spoken, and it helps you sound more natural when you speak. Better pronunciation. Reading aloud helps you practice the correct pronunciation of words. Increases understanding. The more you read, the easier it becomes to understand English in real life. You'll also find that reading books can help you understand movies, songs, and conversations better. Reading is a powerful tool for improving your English. 2 easy books for beginners. Many beginners think they have to read difficult books to learn English. But that is not true. In fact, starting with easy books is the best way to build your confidence and skills. Let's talk about a few easy books that are perfect for beginners. The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. The Little Prince is a beautiful and simple story. It's about a little boy who travels from planet to planet and learns important lessons about life. The language in the book is clear, simple, and poetic, so it's great for beginners. Even though it's a children's book, the story has deep meanings that adults can enjoy too. You will learn many useful expressions and new vocabulary that you can use in everyday conversations. Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. Another great book is Charlotte's Web. This is a classic children's story about a little pig named Wilbur and his best friend Charlotte, a kind and wise spider. The book is easy to read, and it teaches valuable lessons about friendship, loyalty, and kindness. The sentences in Charlotte's Web are simple, and the words are not difficult to understand. The story is heartwarming, and it's also a great way to improve your reading skills. The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. For even simpler reading, you can start with Dr. Seuss's books, like The Cat in the Hat. This book is perfect for beginners because it uses short sentences and rhyming words that are fun to read. The book is full of repetition, which is great for learning English because it helps you remember words and expressions. The Cat in the Hat is not only easy to understand, but it's also fun to read aloud. It will help you practice pronunciation and improve your fluency. Plus, the book is colourful and engaging, making it fun for people of all ages. 3. Reading tip. Read aloud to improve pronunciation. You might wonder, how can reading help me speak better? The answer is simple. Read aloud. When you read aloud, you are not just seeing the words, you are speaking them. This is a great way to improve your pronunciation and make your speech sound more natural. Here's why reading aloud is helpful. Helps you focus on pronunciation. When you say words out loud, you can hear how they sound and correct your mistakes. Improves fluency. The more you read aloud, the easier it will be to speak without thinking too much. Helps with stress and intonation. English has a certain rhythm and flow. Reading aloud helps you understand where the stress in a sentence should go and how to make your voice sound natural. How to read aloud. Effectively start slow. Read slowly at first to focus on correct pronunciation. Repeat. If you find a sentence hard to say, repeat it until it feels easy. Use expression. When reading, try to use emotions and expressions like you would if you were speaking to someone. This helps with intonation and fluency. Record yourself. Sometimes it's helpful to record yourself reading aloud. When you listen to it, you can hear areas where you need improvement. 4 final thoughts on reading. Reading is one of the best ways to improve your English. If you make reading a part of your daily routine, you will start noticing improvement in your speaking, listening, and writing. Remember, check Mark Start with simple books that are easy to understand. Try reading aloud to practice pronunciation and fluency. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Keep reading and speaking. So, go ahead and pick up a book. You don't need to read for hours, but try to read something in English every day. With each page, you are getting closer to your English goals. In the next part, we will talk about writing and how it can help you improve English even faster. Stay tuned. Now we're going to talk about something that might not come to mind immediately when you think about learning a language, but it's incredibly helpful: writing. Writing in English is a fantastic way to improve faster. It helps you remember words, organize your thoughts, and practice grammar. Let's dive into why writing is so useful and how you can start practicing today. 1. Why is writing important for learning English? Writing is not just about putting words on paper or typing them on a screen. It's about active learning. Here's why it's important. Helps you remember new words. Writing helps you actively use the words you learn, which makes it easier to remember them. When you write a word down, you process it in your brain, and this makes it stick better than if you just read it. Improves grammar. Writing allows you to practice grammar rules and apply them in real sentences. The more you practice writing correctly, the more natural grammar will become. Enhances vocabulary. When you write, you have to think about which words you want to use. This helps you practice finding the right words for different situations and improve your vocabulary. Boosts confidence. Writing helps you build confidence in your English skills. You'll start feeling more comfortable using the language, and you'll be able to express yourself more clearly. Develops fluency. The more you write, the easier it will be to form sentences quickly when you speak. Writing also helps you practice fluency in your thoughts. Writing is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. And the best part? You don't have to wait for a class or a teacher to tell you what to write. You can start writing in English today. 2 easy writing exercises for beginners. You don't need to write long essays or complicated texts to practice. The goal is to start simple and build your writing skills step by step. Here are some easy exercises you can start with. Write about your day. A great way to start writing in English is to write about your daily life. This could be as simple as describing what you did today or how you're feeling. For example, today I woke up early. I went for a walk in the park. It was a sunny day. I had lunch with my friend. We ate pasta. It's simple, but it's a great exercise to practice writing about yourself. You can add more details over time, but the key is to practice writing about what you know. Writing about your day helps you use common vocabulary, like food, activities, time expressions, and emotions. Plus, it's an easy exercise you can do every day. Write a short story in English. You don't have to write a long novel or a complicated story to practice. Start with a short, simple story. The idea is to practice creating sentences and using vocabulary in a creative way. For example, once upon a time, there was a little bird. The bird lived in a big tree. Every day the bird sang songs. One day it met a rabbit. They became best friends. See how simple that is? Don't worry about making your story perfect. The goal is to get your thoughts down in English. You can always improve your story later, but writing it will help you practice sentence structure and vocabulary. Send messages to friends in English. Another great way to practice writing is to send messages in English to your friends or even strangers online who want to practice English. This is a real-life practice that's both fun and useful. If you're talking with someone on social media or in a language learning app, try sending your messages in English. If you feel shy, that's okay. Start with short messages and focus on expressing your thoughts clearly. Over time, you will feel more comfortable writing in English and using more complex sentences. 3 common writing mistakes and how to correct them. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes that learners make when they're writing in English and how to correct them. These are things you will want to pay attention to so you can improve faster. Mistake 1. Spelling. Mistakes. Spelling can be tricky in English because many words are not pronounced the way they are written. For example, though, thought, and through all sound different, but are spelled similarly. How to correct it. Use a dictionary or a spell check tool to help with spelling. Pay attention to common spelling rules. like adding ed to verbs in the past tense. Try to learn the most common spelling mistakes that learners make and memorize them. Mistake 2. Incorrect word order. In English, the word order in a sentence is important. For example, in English, we say, I am learning English. Correct. Am I learning English? Correct. But we do not say, learning English, I am. Incorrect. How to correct it? Practice basic sentence structure. Subject plus verb plus object. Write simple sentences and check them for correct word order. Mistake 3. Using too many words sometimes. When learners write in English, they add too many words, making the sentence harder to understand. For example, I am going to the store right now because I want to buy some food because I'm hungry. How to correct it? Keep sentences short and clear. Use simple words and avoid unnecessary details. For example, I'm going to the store to buy food. Mistake 4. Forgetting to use punctuation. Punctuation marks like periods, commas, and question marks are very important in writing. Without punctuation, your sentences can be confusing. How to correct it? Check your writing for punctuation at the end of each sentence. Use commas to separate items in a list. Remember to use question marks for questions and exclamation points for strong feelings. Final thoughts on writing practice. Writing is a powerful tool for improving your English. It helps you practice grammar, vocabulary, and sentence structure in a way that's active and practical. Remember, the key to improving your writing is to practice regularly. Don't worry if your writing isn't perfect right away. The more you write, the better you will get. Try to write every day, even if it's just a few sentences. You can write about your day, send messages in English, or even write a short story. Every little bit of practice helps you get closer to your English goals. In the next part, we will talk about how to stay motivated and keep improving, even when things feel difficult. So don't go anywhere.